What's the most important thing that you can buy for your Militaria collection? Is it an SS buckle? Or is it a stick grenade? Or a Fallschirmjäger helmet? Or a Luftwaffe dagger? No. The most important thing that you can buy, and one of the first things that you should buy, are books. That might sound a crazy idea, but trust me on this. You need to do the knowledge. Militaria reference books are an amazing resource, and this is one of the first things you should buy, in my very, very humble opinion. Reference books, military history books, a really nice library of reading material. You don't have to read them from cover to cover, but you can have a look at a book and have a wee flick through just for maybe a reference to a buckle, a bayonet, a dagger. It's a really, really good resource. Here are a few examples of books from my collection. Books that I refer to on a frequent basis just because the information in them is fantastic. For German helmets, Ludwig Bayer is the classic work. There are more modern versions, but this is the absolute classic textbook on German helmets. This is a small selection of the books that I own. I have a few bookcases in my office with a good selection of books. I've got a loft full of books and a conservatory full of books as well. I find it hard to get rid of books, but they are amazing. I love books. As I say, I've collected since I was 10. Collections come and go. Items from the collection may come and go, but thankfully I've kept my books. Books as an amazing reference, photographic reference information, fantastic. For example, if you're a German belt buckle collector, there are 2 books that you should have. These are the standard textbooks for German belt buckle collectors. My favourite, German Belt Buckles by Peter Nash, and also Belt Buckles and Brocades by Jack Angolia. These are the 2 best books available on German belt buckles. They're not perfect, there are mistakes in both of them, there's fakes in both of them as well. However, no book is perfect. Nobody is perfect. But with these 2 books, you're well on your way to collecting German belt buckles. My favourite by Peter Nash, German belt buckles. I'm lucky enough to know Peter pretty well and his son, sadly both no longer with us. But this book basically is a fantastic reference work. Really good photographs, really good information. It does cover imperial buckles, although not too heavily. Jack Angolia's book only covers Third Reich belts and buckles, but still a good reference. Black and white photographs all the way through, but it's a good one. Some people get really, interested in book plates and dedications. This was number 100 of the first edition, 2001. To Lenny, may your interest and collection continue to grow, John Angolia. That's quite nice to have. Jack Angolia, John Angolia, is a legend in the collector's field. No longer collects German, he moved on to American, but excellent book. Not perfect, as I say, no books are perfect, but pretty good. Book by Gordon Williamson and the Iron Cross. Quite a nice book. These books are all printed by Bender Publishing. Bender and Schiffer get a really good name in the German, especially German collectors' book circles. Feldzug was a collection, 5 issues, of the collection of Michael Baldwin, who sadly passed away a few years ago. Volumes 1 to 5 covering the Great War years. Each version has got superb photographs of items that were in Michael Baldwin's collection. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. Photographs, information. Each volume covers a year of the Great War. Fantastic. There's quite a good selection of books from Bender, as I say. Another one by John Angolia, on the Kriegsmarine. These are the sort of standard textbooks on the Peel-Hob, German spiked helmets. Classic books, really hard to get hold of. So what I'm basically trying to say is, before you start spending lots of money on items, do the knowledge, get the books, read the books, digest the information. You don't have to read them cover to cover. You can dip in and out of them, take information as and when you need it. Always remember though that not every book is perfect. As I say, there was a nice selection of helmets in this book. There was 2 or 3 of these. This is volume 1. There was I think there was 3 or 4 volumes of it. But really good photographs, and I've actually owned some of the helmets that were in here. Not all of these are genuine. A lot of the ones in the camouflage edition are dodgy, but that's what happens. The main thing is to ask around. You can ask myself, ask other collectors, what is the book to buy or to get second hand, as a lot of these are older books. What is the book to get for your particular subject? If you're maybe into bayonets, History of the German Bayonet by George T. Wheeler, cracking book, yet again a Bender publication. The Bender books are quite expensive, and some of them, when they go out of print, they tend to be really expensive on eBay or wherever you can find them, or at collectors' fairs. But trust me, these things are worth their weight in gold. Not literally, but more or less. So anyway, just a quick video on books. I love books. The information you can get from them is fantastic, but always remember, do the knowledge, read the books, check online, but remember, not everything you read online or not everything read in the book is 100% legit, but gather what you can, speak to collectors, go to the fairs, handle items. That is actually the best thing you can do. Go to fairs, handle items. But I'll do another video on that. Thanks again for your time, guys. To the next one. Cheers. Bye.